Good morning, students. Welcome all. How are you? I'm sure you all are good. Students, today we are going to start with another topic of grammar, which is questions. So, we are going to know about questions. You all know questions. What are questions? So, in this chapter, we are going to see some major types of questions, right? So, students, mainly there are three major types of questions that we have. First one, yes or no questions. Next, WH questions. And next one is alternative questions. Okay, so we are going to know about all these three kinds of questions in detail in this lesson. Okay, so first of all, let us know about yes or no questions. Okay, so what are these yes or no questions? The reply to these questions is yes or no. So yes no questions कौन से होते हैं जिनका हमें reply या तो yes में मिलता है या फिर no में मिलता है. What is reply? Reply means as an answer. Okay, जिनका answer आपको either you get a yes or a no. Like, will you go to school? So you will say whether you will say yes or whether you will say no. So these are yes or no questions. They are usually formed by placing the verb before the subject. अच्छा, इन questions को हम बनाते कैसे हैं? By placing the verb before the subject. Verb आप सबको पता है क्या होता है? Action, right? So they are formed when we place the verb. हम verb को subject से पहले लिखते हैं. This is how we form a question. Let's see. Let's take an example, students. Your hands are wet. This is a general statement कि आपके हाथ गीले हैं. Your hands are wet. And when we will form question in this, what we will do? Your hands जो कि subject हैं, are जो कि helping verb है, and wet जो कि आपका predicate है. So how we will rearrange them? First of all, helping verb will come. Then your hands, that means subject, and then rest of the predicate. जो बाकी बचा हुआ part होता है predicate का वो, right? Predicate you all know now, right? So the question will be, are your hands wet? And you will put a question mark. This you all know that whenever we form a question, we have to put a question mark. Okay, students, helping verb, right? We are having a separate chapter for this, but let me tell you, students, helping verbs क्या होते हैं? The verbs which always they always come with the main verb. Okay, helping means जो assistant होता है, जो आपके साथ में आता है, right? So helping verbs ऐसे verbs होते हैं जो हमेशा main verb के साथ आते हैं because they cannot come independently. वो अपने आप से अपना मीनिंग नहीं क्रिएट करते. That's why they come with main verb. तो यहाँ पे आपने क्वेश्चन कैसे फॉर्म किया है? First of all, verb, then subject, and then rest of the sentence. Are your hands wet? And then question mark. Okay. Now students, listen carefully. Just see, when there is a helping verb in the statement, अगर आपको एक statement दिया गया है और उसमें helping verb है, so it's question structure. So आप questions कैसे form करोगे question? Just see. First of all, you will put helping verb, then subject, then main verb, and then other parts of the predicate. That means rest of the sentence. Just take this example. Alisha can sing well. Now here Alisha is the subject, can is helping verb, sing is the main verb, and well is rest of the part of the sentence. Okay. So how we will form the question? सबसे पहले helping verb can, then subject Alisha, main verb sing, rest of the sentence well, and then question mark. So जब भी helping verb आएगा हमारे statement में, first of all we will put helping verb, then subject, main verb, and then rest of the sentence, and then question mark. This is how we will form a question when we are having helping verb. And when there is no helping verb in the sentence, जैसा कि होता है simple present और simple past tense में, so in that case we use do, does or did, right? But कैसे use करेंगे? कब do use करेंगे? कब does and did? Let us see. It's very simple, students, but you have to listen carefully. First of all, we are talking about simple present tense. Okay, अगर हमारा sentence simple present tense में है and we are having singular subject, now you all know what do we mean by singular and plural? Singular is one and plural more than one. Okay, so if we are having singular subject, अगर आपका subject जो है वो singular है, then आप कैसे question form करोगे? First of all you will put does, then subject, then base form of the verb, right? Base form means first form of your verb, right? And other parts of the predicate. Other parts of the predicate means जो rest of the sentence आपका बचता है. Okay, let's clear it out through an example. अब example के through देखते हैं. देखो, सूरज makes tea. सूरज क्या बनाता है? टी बनाता है. Okay, सूरज makes tea. ये simple present tense में हमारा sentence. Now how we will make the question out of this sentence? Because सूरज is one, that means singular subject है हमारा, right? So how we will make it? Does plus subject. Subject क्या है यहाँ पे? सूरज. Base form of the verb make plus rest of the sentence, that means T, and then question mark. So with singular subject we will use does plus subject plus base form of the verb, that means जो exact verb की form होती है, plus जो rest of the sentence बचा है आपका. So does सूरज make tea question mark. ओके, ये सिर्फ तब करना है जब आपका सब्जेक्ट क्या है? सिंगुलर. जैसे कि यहाँ पे सूरज है. Now let's talk about plural subject. अगर आपका सब्जेक्ट प्लूरल है, लाइक सूरज एंड संध्या मेक टी. अब यहाँ पे टू सब्जेक्ट्स आ गए आपके, प्लूरल हो गया, सूरज एंड संध्या. ओके, सो हाउ वी विल मेक इट? सबसे पहले आप डज की जगह क्या यूज करेंगे यहाँ पे? डू. डू प्लस सब्जेक्ट प्लस बेस फॉर्म ऑफ द वर्ब प्लस अदर पार्ट्स ऑफ द प्रेडिकेट. So how will you use it? How will we make a question? Do Suraj and Sandhya make tea? Then question mark. So यहाँ पे does की जगह आपने क्या use किया? Do, because we are having plural subject. So do Suraj and Sandhya make tea? And at the end we will always put question mark. Okay students, I hope this is clear to you. Now let's talk about simple past tense. अगर past में आपका sentence है, so in this case singular and plural subject में same rule use होगा. Let's see what will be the structure. कैसे form करोगे question? Did plus subject. पहले हमने क्या use किया था? Do and does. But now we are in the past tense, we are going to use did. Did plus subject plus base form of the verb and other parts of the sentence. Let's take example again. सूरज made tea. देखो ये sentence past में है ना कि सूरज ने टी बनाई. Okay, so in this case what we will do? Did plus subject, that is Suraj. Did Suraj make tea? Okay, make क्यों use किया? Because it is the base form. जो आपका exact verb है वो क्या है? make ही तो है. made तो उसका next form है, right? So did subject Suraj make tea and question mark. So students क्या क्या देखा हमने? That in simple present tense, if we are having singular subject, then we will use does plus subject plus verb plus other part of sentence. If we are having plural subject, with that we will use do. And in simple past tense, we will use did plus subject plus base form of the verb and other parts of the predicate. Other parts of the predicate means जो बाकी words बचे हैं sentence में. Okay, this is how we are going to form questions. Now students, we are going to see some other yes or no questions. There are two types of other, like some other questions are also there. Tag questions and declarative questions. Let's see what are they. क्या होते हैं ये tag questions and declarative questions? Just see. Let's see. Tag questions. Short question added after a statement. जब भी हम कोई स्टेटमेंट बोलते हैं उसके पीछे हम कभी कभी ना शॉर्ट क्वेश्चन लगा देते हैं. आपने भी सुना होगा, लाइक वी आर नॉट गोइंग टू जयपुर. दिस इज अ स्टेटमेंट, बट एट द एंड समटाइम्स वी पुट आर वी. व्हाट इज द मीनिंग ऑफ दिस? वी आर नॉट गोइंग टू जयपुर, हम जयपुर नहीं जा रहे हैं. आर वी, क्या हम जा रहे हैं? दिस इज द क्वेश्चन. सो आर वी जो अंडरलाइन पार्ट है, दैट इज अ टैग क्वेश्चन. सो इट इज द क्वेश्चन दैट इज एडेड आफ्टर अ स्टेटमेंट. आप छोटा सा क्वेश्चन ऐड करते हो आफ्टर अ स्टेटमेंट. ओके, लाइक वी आर नॉट गोइंग टू जयपुर, हम जयपुर नहीं जा रहे. क्या हम जा रहे हैं? आर वी. ओके, सो आर वी इज द टैग क्वेश्चन. नेक्स्ट type is declarative questions. Now what are declarative questions? Just see, statement that is spoken like a question with a raising tone at the end. अच्छा, कुछ questions क्या होते हैं, अभी हमने structure देखा question का. Some of the questions are not according to that structure. उस structure के according नहीं होते हैं. Like just see this question, daddy is at home and then question mark is there. Although it is in the form of question, students, such questions are basically for any, like when you are surprised or something like that. So at the end you have that tone, daddy is at home, right? And then you have question mark in the end. These two are other yes or no questions, tag questions or declarative questions. Now we are going to a next important kind of question, WH questions. ये आप सबको आते हैं, we generally use them. Like these are, first of all, let's see what are they. These are formed with the help of the words like what, which, when, where, how, why, who, whom and whose. Okay, so these are the questions which are formed using these words. Like what day is your birthday? कि आपका बर्थडे कौन से डे पे है, राइट? सो बेसिकली स्टूडेंट्स येस नो क्वेश्चंस और WH क्वेश्चंस में क्या डिफरेंस है? लेट्स सी दैट फर्स्ट. व्हाट डू यू थिंक? देखो, फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल येस नो क्वेश्चंस, इन येस नो क्वेश्चंस द रिप्लाई इज ओनली येस और नो, या तो आंसर येस होगा या नो होगा, राइट? बट इन WH क्वेश्चंस यू विल हैव डिटेल्ड आंसर, आपका आंसर डिटेल में होगा. लाइक इफ समवन आस्क यू what is your name, so obviously you will not say yes or no, you will say your name. So you'll say my name is this and this, whatever your name is. So it's a detailed answer. Okay, yes no में आपको सिर्फ आंसर yes या no मिलेगा, but in WH questions you will get detailed answers. Now students, let's see uses, question words and their uses. अच्छा, when we talk about what, so what is used to ask about things, ideas, but not people. Okay, what हमेशा things और ideas के बारे में पूछने के काम आता है, but not for people. Which either things or ideas or people. That means या तो things ideas के लिए use होता है या people के लिए. Who, you all know, like who's she? If someone asks you who is she, so obviously you will say she is and the name of that person. So who is used for people. Whom is also used for people. Whose also for people. When, you all know we use when for what? For time. And where is used for place. How for manner, right? किस तरह से हुआ है कोई काम, right? And why is used for reason. Okay, why कब use करते हैं? Reason के लिए. Okay, you should know, you should even learn these uses, students. Now we are moving to our next kind, alternative questions. It's very easy. Alternative questions, students, they give a choice between the options. आप सबको पता है choice क्या होती है? When you are having number of options and you have to choose one. Okay, so alternative questions, they give us choice between options which are there in the questions itself. Like देखो example देखते हैं, are you a policeman or a soldier? देखो आपको यहाँ पे choice मिला ना, you are having choice, policeman or a soldier. So such kind of questions which give us choice in the question itself, those are alternative questions. जो questions हमको choice देते हैं, those are alternative questions. जैसे यहाँ पर आपको policeman और soldier का choice मिला है, so that's an alternative question. Now students, there are some other kinds of questions also. Let's see them. Just see exclamatory questions. You all know, remember exclamatory sentences? The ones which give us strong feelings, sudden feelings. These express the speaker's sudden feelings. Speakers means जो बोल रहे हैं. Okay? These express speaker's sudden feelings. Like, haven't they changed? क्या वो लोग change हो गए हैं? Or isn't she cute? So in this, the feelings of that person, the one who's speaking, are described, right? And we are having exclamation mark at the end of these questions always, and the because they are exclamatory questions. Rhetorical questions. These are the questions which have the nature of a strong statement, that actually these statements are always true, but then too we ask it in that form कि ऐसा लगता है आप question पूछ रहे हो. Like, can anyone count the stars? क्या कोई count कर सकता है stars? Although हम सबको पता है we cannot count stars, but then too we ask it in that way as if it's a question. Strong statement होता है. Strong means it's true. Okay. These are rhetorical questions. And our next kind is echo questions. Do you all know what is echo? Echo, students बोलते हैं when someone says something and the sound reflects back. ओके जैसे आप गूंजना कहते हो, आप कहीं पे जाते हो वहाँ पे आवाज़ गूंजती है, दैट इज एको साउंड. इट गेट्स रिफ्लेक्टेड बैक, आपके पास वापस आ जाती है वो साउंड. ओके, दीज रिपीट अ पार्ट और द होल ऑफ समथिंग ऑलरेडी सेड. दैट मीन्स जो चीज़ ऑलरेडी कह दी है यू रिपीट दैट. लाइक शी इज़ अ ग्रेट पेंटर. शी इज़ अ ग्रेट पेंटर. सो द क्वेश्चन आस्क्ड इज शी इज़ अ ग्रेट वॉट, कि वो क्या है, ग्रेट painter. Although you have repeated the question, right? You have repeated the sentence, but you have asked it in a form of a question. She is a great what? So आप आंसर क्या दोगे? She is a great painter. Okay, so you have repeated echo questions because we have repeated the part. Repeat किया है आपने. Okay, so students, I hope you have understood all the types of questions. Okay, watch the video carefully again, see the rules, see the definitions, examples. You can read the examples from your book also, grammar book. Okay, and you all should know about these major types of questions that we have studied. Okay, in case you have any problem you can contact me. Everyone should try the exercises by their own. Okay, so I will see you all in your next class, students. Just take care and read all the rules and examples thoroughly. Take care, students. Thank you.